everyone, my name is Rachel and I review everything. If there's one thing you should know about me, it's that I love television, more specifically older sitcoms, which is why I'm so excited to be doing my first series review on the 1970s and 1980s sitcom, Taxi. I finished this entire series about 2 months ago. My mom was actually the one that got the entire set for Christmas, but we watched it all together and I just had so much to say about it that I knew I had to do a review. So let's jump on into it. Taxi first debuted on September 12th, 1978 for the ABC network. The show follows a group of friends working in New York City as taxi drivers for the Sunshine Cab Company, where they have to deal with their super abusive dispatcher. It originally ran its first 4 seasons with ABC before it moved over to NBC, where it ended with its 5th and final season. The show had several big names such as Danny DeVito, Tony Danza, and Christopher Lloyd, but we'll talk a bit more about this fantastic cast later on. I had a few initial thoughts while watching the first couple of seasons. The first thought being that I was really impressed by the sense of humor they had going on in this show. It has this really great mix of a more dry, sarcastic type of comedy with a bit of that signature sitcom silliness that I personally love. I also really enjoyed that this show is so incredibly relatable even still to this day. I mean, there's this huge cast of characters and the show reminds us quite frequently that they all have their own individual goals and aspirations outside of their day jobs. And even though they're all very different people, that's one thing that almost all of them have in common. Bobby Wheeler wants to be a big-time actor, Tony Banta is a struggling boxer, and Elaine Nardo has a love for art. It's very interesting to see them try to pursue their dreams while having a job that can kind of discourage them at times. And I, like I'm sure a lot of us, can definitely relate to that. And this cast is just phenomenal too. In addition to those that I named earlier, we also have Andy Kaufman, who played Lac Graves, an incredibly lovable foreign mechanic. Unfortunately, he didn't like working on this show very much, but still, Andy Kaufman was brilliant.
Thank you very much.
Judd Hirsch played Alex Rieger, who above all is just a great friend to the group. He's pretty much the glue that holds it all together. Everyone is constantly turning to him with their problems and he's always there helping them out. Even Louis, Danny DeVito's character, frequently comes to Alex for advice and he always gives it to him even if he might not deserve it. As for my favorite character on this show, that would have to be Bobby Wheeler. Now apparently Jeff Conway, the actor who played Bobby, had some issues behind the scenes and life in general. After reading some interviews, it was pretty much said that he had been difficult to work with and sadly that did affect his role later on in the series. He appeared in only 2 episodes of season 4, one being Fledging, where he's just kind of randomly there after a long absence, and he was only given a few lines. And then his last episode, Bobby Doesn't Live Here Anymore, where he makes a permanent move to California to pursue his acting career. After that, Bobby Wheeler was never seen nor spoken of again. But regardless of what the actor was like in real life, I thought he did his part well and I adore the character of Bobby.
Still say I'm not such a good actor?
He's incredibly charming and has some very sweet moments within the show. And while it's still good after his departure, it does feel to me like there's something missing when he's gone. But I also really loved Christopher Lloyd's character, Jim Ignatowski. He's kind of a loopy ex-hippie trying to get his life together a bit. He guest starred in season 1 but became a series regular in season 2. Another thing that makes this show so great is the opening theme song. The original theme was supposed to be a song called Touchdown, written by Bob James, but he wrote another song for an episode where Alex goes on a date with a woman named Angela, and they ended up using that one as the theme instead. Which I'm glad they did. It's one of my favorites now, and theme songs are severely underused today if you ask me. So after watching this series, I have to say it's instantly become one of my all-time favorites. I just think it's funny and very relatable. I enjoyed it and I think you should give it a try for yourself if you haven't yet and you like older comedies. Overall, this is just my kind of show and I am most definitely giving this one a 5-star rating. As always, I have a lot more reviews coming in the near future, so be sure to subscribe to stay up to date with those. But until then, I'm Rachel and that was my review of Taxi.